soon as it's bad. Let me start all that over. As soon as I hit the music stops. As soon as the music stopped, I was like, I almost choked. Ah! Guys, how are y'all doing? I'm coming in hot. I don't know what's going on. I literally just have a mailbox full of stuff. And I have not looked at any of this. So give me a second. I literally am pulling it up right now. So here's what happened. First of all, sorry yesterday to members. Oh, this is great. I like this. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be so much fun. Anyway, I had 3D yesterday, guys. You know how that is. I got weird and crazy. Like, hey, Miami, what are you doing here? You should be out having a good time. I gave you the week off. Oh, wait a second. Holy cow. I have a filter on my camera. Does it look any different? I'm turning it. It's not doing anything, is it? That's so weird. It's a UV filter. I don't know. Fall down a well. Fall down a well. I just go across, get kicked by a mule. They go straight again. I don't know. Anyway. Shelly Huckabee, how are you doing? Paula Carpenter, what's going on? Bad Duck, fly by, hit the like, pass on the what the heck stuff. Boyfriend one is calling my name instead. Oh, well, it's cool, man. I support that. That's cool. Silver Fox, how you doing? Lori loves Montana. What's up, Lady Tammy? No, I found some. I really did. I was like, I don't know where my sunglasses are. I thought they're out in the car. Kimberly Ray, how are you doing? Fawn Mayo, what's happening? Denise Detterville, what's up? Grandma Joe, how are you? Denise is from New Brunswick, New Germany. Wherever Broken Baker, that country that Baker's from, she's from the new one, the new and improved one. Freckled Ginger, how are you doing? Sunglasses are on your face. Yeah, they are now. But this is so weird. Now I can see there's a difference from the way my sunglasses look. They look a little different to me. Of course, I did clean them though, too. This is weird. I have a filter on here. I'm all fancy, y'all. All fancy. I do this for you. Liz Barnes, how you doing? John Naylor, what's going on? William DeBerry, what's up? I've asked you before if you're property law. No, a property lawyer in Davidson County. JD fan, what's up? Terry Ham, how you doing? Sky Scat, Broken Hearted. Robert James, hey, how you doing, man? Hey, listen, but FTTs, I don't know what FTT is. But I saw your short you did, and I sent it. I sent it to somebody last night. I laughed hard. I liked it. Judy Crafton, what's up? Mad Englishman. You have no sound? There's no sound? You guys, are you messing with me? It says there's sound. What? Put the plug back in? Well, yeah, the lights change colors. You guys just not noticed that? It's been going on for a long time. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. I mean, guys, you guys, that messed me up. I thought I was Broken Baker for a second. He did that the other day. And then I just kept up in the chat. I just kept saying like, yeah, I can't hear you, man. Heidi, what's going on? I appreciate you, John. I preach bad. Stacy O, how are you doing? I have sound. Sue Scat, sad sound. Judy Craftman, Nancy Howitt, Cindy Brown, Rose. What? Whoa, hold on. I don't know about this one. What happened here? Wait a second. I'm sorry. When you say served, okay, I think I heard like there was like a. Okay, no. When you say served in this context, I'm thinking handed papers. You must show up with your papers. Hey, Alley Cat, what's happening? All right. So, yeah, really, literally, guys. Okay, so, yesterday it's just I don't want to talk about it, but then today was a pretty good day, and then all of a sudden, man, I got hey, Memento Mori, what's happening? Haven't seen you in a while. Always miss you, Memento. I mean that. I may not sound like it, but that's because I am just saying that I don't know what happened this afternoon. I got very exhausted. I mean, like, okay, you guys know what happened. So I passed out last night. I mean, literally, I passed out. And ate cookies and milk. After everything happened, I passed out. And this is like the third or fourth day in a row now where I'm waking up from night terror style nightmares. And you guys know what they are all about every time? YouTube. It's about the tips. The last one I had, I couldn't figure out where the file was. I couldn't push the right button. Couldn't find the button to push. It was weird. I woke up. I thought I was having a heart attack. I woke up so bad. Hey, thank you so much, Ted Wendell, gifted 5 memberships. Let's go ahead. Let's start having some fun. Because you know what? It is Monday. It's the last week of January. We're only 4 days away from what's that show called? Friday Night Live. Yeah, there you go. I forgot what it was called there for a second. Can you believe that? I really did. Jeez. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. I'm so dumb. I'm so wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah. Thank you so much, Ted. All right, hold on. Wait, why did I lose my comments? There we are. 42 degrees, David. It is 41 here. So, yeah, okay. Cindy, like that is very, very respectable and understandable. Having them about YouTube, not so much. Zach, how you doing, bud? Man, where have you been, man? I have missed you. It's not the same chat without you. I mean that. Like you're one of the greatest people having around. And it was weird being worried about you. I was like, whoa. I'm worried about Zach. Like, what do I do? And then everybody else started coming to me and saying, have you heard from Zach? And I was like, no, that's not a good thing. I want you guys to be able to tell me. If I said, where's Zach? People should be able to tell me because I lose the words in front of my face. Gwen Voss, how you doing? It is Tuesday on this side of the pond. That means you're in Europe. I had to check the time. Did you see that? I think it's 5 hours ahead is the British United Kingdom, the island of English speakers. You like that? The English speaking island. All right, guys, let's get this. Seriously, I love this. I love it. I love it. The Bengals are crying. So, all right, let's do this. Because I know you guys are going to be like, if you don't hurry up and do this, we don't care. You do not entertain us. Somebody better is going to come on. And when they do, we are out of here. And I'll be like, oh, all my friends left. I have nothing to do now. And I will be sad. So sad and lonely. Sad and lonely. Sad and lonely. Come on, sweet mama, take a chance with me. I ain't so bad. That was my version of Just a Gigolo, preferably played by David Lee Roth, but many have tried. Just the gigolo everywhere I go. People know the game I'm playing. You paid for every dance, every romance. Ooh, who broke me? Well, her name was Autumn Turner Bottom Burner in second grade. She said, meet me out by the swing set. By the time I got there, she was with Leroy Jenkins. True story. I knew Leroy before he was a meme. The United States District Court, Northern District of Florida. So this is a amended motion for extension of time to disclose rebuttal expert. Hey, now we're getting somewhere. The rebuttal expert. Alexis Preston and John Cook. By the way, I have more things to read. I haven't gotten to them. I haven't seen any of them yet. Going through them. Wes and Bama, how you doing? What do you have snow, Wes? I've got a turtle shell I could send you. My dad found it. No, I don't think you can do that. We're gonna keep that one quiet, Wes. We're gonna keep that one very, very quiet. I think there's they're like feathers. Very feathery. All right. So we're going to start with this one. This first one that came in today. And then there's other stuff, I think, with the one in Otter Creek. If we get to it, we'll get to it. I'm not going to mess around anymore, okay? We're being serious now. I love you guys. I'm so glad you're here. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. I see him. DW, Rachel. Oh, I said hey, Rachel a second ago. Rachel asked who broke me. Matt Englishman, did I say hi to you? Muslidia. Hold on, wait. How do you say it? Muscle Lady, Wise Oracle. Why do I mess up your name? Why? Oh, Wise One from Scotland. I said O-L-E. The Spanish call it Ole, but in America it's all like Ye Olde Steakhouse. I think that's the British way of spelling it, to tell you the truth. Maybe it's O-L. All right, so this is a motion for extension of time to disclose rebuttal expert. Now, before we do anything, I can tell you right now, do you see? I cannot tell you what these lines are, what this line's called right here. I'm sure it has a name. But I can tell you right now by doing the call-ins, I know who filed this. This will be filed by the attorney Bruce Matskin of North Massachusetts, Boston Arena, Kokomo, somewhere. The defendants moved for an extension of time to disclose a rebuttal expert until 30 days after the court issues its impending ruling and decision on the defendant's motion for summary judgment on the plaintiff's defamation claims. They already got, that was already kicked out, wasn't it? The summary judgment. Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 6B provides, he looks like he actually wrote it correctly. If he did, that means he's being serious. When an act may or must be done within a specified time, the court may, for good cause, extend the time. Now, when you have the three periods right here, the ellipsis, we have the ellipses right here. That means that there's a part of this sentence missing. On motion made after the time has expired, if the party failed to act because of an excusable neglect. Motion made after the time has expired, the party failed to act because of excusable neglect. Excusable neglect? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Neglect is very, it's a very damning word. Although Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 20, boy, he did cite these correctly. Hey, Bruce, if you're out there listening, how you doing, man? I see the way you write. That is all. I haven't gone to the red cursor yet, so we're. Although Federal Rules of Procedure 26A 2D double I gives, that'd be Roman numeral 2, by the way. Maybe, possibly. However you want to say it's double I. Gives 30 days for disclosing a purely rebuttal expert following the disclosure of the plaintiff's expert. Time to disclose expert testimony. Absent a stipulation or a court order, the disclosures must be made. The defendants have been waiting the outcome of their summary judgment motion on the plaintiff's defamation claims before determining whether they would need an expert at all. That's not neglect, by the way. Therefore, the defendants not having disclosed the rebuttal expert within the time limit under the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 26A2D2 is due to excusable neglect and thus should not preclude the rebuttal expert disclosure. Just a thought off the top of my head. This looks like intentional. Doesn't look like it's neglect at all. Looks like it's intentional. You're waiting on the court. So I don't know how that's an excusable neglect. Excusable neglect would be like, I was sick. I was sick. That's an excusable neglect, I would think. Think about it. What is something that you or have to do that you forget to? Zip your fly. A lot of times, that's an accident. That's a neglect to appearance. It's a neglect to zip your fly. Sometimes it's excusable. Sometimes people go to jail for that. So always zip up or you switch to button flies. That's what I suggest. Disclose the rebuttal expert within a time limit as an excusable neglect. Factors relevant to allowing. Hey, Angie, how you doing, babe? McKinley. Hey, McKinley, how you doing? This is Bruce's. Wait, hold on. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. The amended motion for extension of time to disclose rebuttal expert. He is claiming that it's Rule 26, that it's excusable neglect. I'm not an expert in excusable neglect, so I'm hypothesizing. But they said they're waiting on summary judgment, which I thought they already had. The judge already said there wasn't going to be a summary judgment, but I may be neglectful myself. All right, factors relevant to allowing an expert are explanation for failure to disclose the witness, the importance of the testimony, and the prejudice to the opposing party if the witness had been allowed to testify. Romero v. Drummond, 11th Circuit. 11th Circuit. Hang on a second. I asked this last time, and I apologize. I do. Which 11th? Oh, well, never mind. All right, where all does the 11th Circuit is Georgia? Well, that didn't help me at all. Alabama, Florida, Georgia is the 11th Circuit. So Alabama, Florida, Georgia, which, by the way, Alabama and Florida are very, very, very different. Alabama is its unique place anyway, because their constitution, like every law they pass just about is a constitutional provision. And like their constitution is something like 400 pages. It's the longest constitution, I think, in the world. Mandy Pandy, laziness is not excusable neglect. No, I said being sick or possibly if you don't zip your fly. You kind of forget. Factors relevant to allowing an expert are explanation of failure to disclose witness. Okay, sorry, we read all that. Parties' failure to make Timely expert disclosures is harmless if that party shows there is no prejudice to the party entitled to receive disclosure. So that's probably going to go back to where they're saying that we're waiting to see if there's summary judgment. Although a motion for an extension could have been filed sooner, this is actually written a lot better than it had been in the past. Whether before or after 30 days from when the plaintiff disclosed their expert, there is no imaginable prejudice to the plaintiff if the extension is granted now as opposed to a few weeks sooner, because whether granted sooner or now, I believe that's supposed to be or not. No, that's right. Granted sooner or now, the extension would be the same if it has to have any meaning. This is a different writing style than what we've read. Until some period following the court's issuance of its decision and the summary judgment motion, i.e., 30 days as sought in this motion, that allows the defense to rely on that decision in determining their expert witness needs and acting on them. Furthermore, the default time limit under Rule 26A2DI is 90 days before the trial or disclosing a rebuttal expert, and the defendants would be disclosing a rebuttal expert long before the temporal threshold is reached. There is thus no prejudice, and the requested extension would be harmless. The defendants, on the other hand, would be prejudiced. The court were to strictly enforce the time limit because it would leave the plaintiff's expert unopposed. The defendants might have been able to disclose a rebuttal expert sooner had they known they would need one due to their summary judgment motion being denied. Oh, see, there we go. I thought it was denied. Although the court revealed it will only deny this motion in its January 17th order, denying the plaintiff's motion for leave to amend without the benefit of the written decision, and the court's reasoning and defendants were prejudiced with respect to being able to determine their expert witness needs. This is like a whole different person writing this. That's the way it feels reading it and saying it out loud. Local Rule 6.1 provides that the parties may stipulate without court approval to extend a deadline for responding to a specific discovery request or for making a Federal Rule Civil Procedure 26 disclosure if the extension does not interfere with the time set for any of these: completing discovery, submitting or responding to a motion or trial. There would be no interference with completing discovery, which closes April 7th. There'd be no interference with trial, which is scheduled for August. There'd be no interference with the dispositive motion deadline of April 28th, by which date the defendants expect to file a summary judgment motion on the remaining claims. The plaintiff's counsel nevertheless refused to stipulate, necessitating the present motion. The defendants rely on the plaintiff's admissions, deposition testimony, and document production showing the plaintiff A cannot establish publication or damages to overcome summary judgment and defamation based on what? Now, hold on. The document production showing that the plaintiff A cannot establish publication or damages to overcome summary judgment on defamation based on the roadside signs. B has produced no other actionable defamatory statements of the defendants about him, and C has no evidence the defendants did anything to tortuously interfere with the plaintiff's business. So that's a good paragraph. That is a well-written paragraph. Something's happened, y'all. See what happens. Hey, photo lady, what's happened? Just my opinion. Might be included that on YouTube. I'm not sure I know who you're talking about. Who's the disbarred lawyer? What are you guys talking about over there? I don't know this. This is the federal case. So yes, this is a federal case. Sorry, Barbara. Richard Thornton, the posting of signs is defamatory enough. So here's I don't know what CRA, what you're referring to as CRA. What happened? What'd I miss? Guys, I miss stuff when you don't tell me. I mean, I depend on y'all. You know what I found out was like, do you know there's a whistleblower about AI being fake? And like it's all a big ruse and they're all stealing everybody's information. And guess what? He unalived all of a sudden. Like that's a big, huge thing. I don't know what a CRA is. I'm not up hip on the lingo. I have little brain. I can't do stuff. I'm very dumb. I'm very, very dumb. But I wear sunglasses and I smile a lot. That's all I got going for me. And I do have good hair, I will admit. Like the difference between Donald Trump and myself is he has slightly more money. I have slightly better hair. All right, let's go through this. The court stated in its January 17th order that it was advising the parties in advance of the outcome of summary judgment for planning purposes. And so the present motion is intended to resolve the issue sooner rather than waiting until after the summary judgment decision to move for an extension. Okay, so the order, the court said they were going to do a summary judgment. It hasn't come out yet. Is that what they're saying? Granting the requested extension will, you know, that he spent 10 days between January 17th and today doing this instead of getting an expert. So the present motion is intended to resolve the issue sooner rather than wait after a summary judgment motion to move for extension. Granting the requested extension will enable the defendants to complete the process of retaining and disclosing a rebuttal expert as promptly as possible following the issuance of the summary judgment decision, perhaps sooner than the requested 30 days from issuance. The court should consider that if faced with being precluded on timeliness grounds under Federal Rules of Civil Procedure from disclosing a rebuttal expert, it would be necessary for the defendants to assert a counterclaim alleging that the plaintiff wrote the very defamatory road signs allegedly written by the defendants in the plaintiff's complaint. This is a claim the defendants might otherwise reserve for a separate action against the plaintiff by present defendants and defendants Preston's minor child. Bringing the counterclaim in the present action. So what's happening here is they're saying now, okay, so now it's going to be, well, you sued me, so I'm going to sue you. This sort of stuff usually, I mean, that's not how court works, okay? I don't know the terms for it or anything else, but it's like you usually get slapped pretty hard with this. Rachel, thank you. I love you so much. Remember, for 3 months, you're not dumb. Quit that talk. I appreciate you. And I just want to say, like, Freckles here, like, I've missed her. I like seeing her here. This is really, like, all my friends are here, y'all. I'm so excited. Wait, I didn't mean to hit that again. Sorry, Frex. Hey, Maud, how you doing? Let's see here. This is a claim the defendants might otherwise reserve for a separate action. Bringing the counterclaim in the present action would mean the defendant's expert disclosure, it's hard for me to say expert without giggling, would be strictly for rebuttal. The defendants didn't write the signs, but would also be to affirmatively establish the defendant's entitlement to damages. The plaintiff wrote the signs to frame them. The 30-day time limit in Federal Rules of Procedure would therefore be completely inapplicable. The undersigned offered to stipulate not to counterclaim in the present case if the plaintiff's counsel would stipulate to the defendant's rebuttal expert beyond the time, asking, will you agree not to raise any timeliness issue with our expert disclosure? If we agree, not to bring a counterclaim against your client based on our expert's conclusion that he wrote these signs. Oh man, now right there, I don't think you can do that. Hey, Squid, what's up? I don't think you can do that. I mean, I don't. Why say I don't think you can do that? Like, I am not an expert in the rules of civil procedure. Okay, they are complicated. They are immense, and I have an understanding, and I know how to look them up. I know how to find the ones that are pertinent. I know how to read them, and I know how to take the words that are written on the page and apply them appropriately to the conversation that's at hand. What I don't know is off the top of my head what the rules are. Nobody does. That's not, if anybody tells you they know all this stuff and they sit there, they do all this stuff, and like these law tubers are always like, that's an objection. That's an objection. And they come up with like some words, it's like, they don't know that. They're in different states, different countries, everything. They're no further qualified to give a professional opinion on that than Blue Dog is. Blue Dog objects to everything. The response from the plaintiff's counsel was, my client did not write the signs. He didn't respond further on the issue. Now, this right here, this troubles me. This really does trouble me. I've not seen anything like that where saying, well, if you make us follow the rules, we're going to countersue. That's what that means. That's a real shyster thing. That is a shyster thing to do. It's not cool, man. That is very not cool. That makes me feel sick. And the reason why is because I do have a high regard for our court system. And fairness is about being made whole. It's not about revenge. If you are in this for the revenge, then you're not in it, right? Well, anybody should be here. Whenever you say, it's weird. I see this all the time on this side of the camera. People choose sides. It's not about choosing a side. It's about both sides leaving made whole. So if your actions damage somebody else, you are responsible to repair those damages. It's just like being in a car wreck. Everything's a car wreck. Just think about that. Somebody hits you. They have to pay to fix your car. So if somebody defames you, they have to pay to not establish it in the word I want to do, but to repair the loss to your statements. Remember also, it takes a lifetime to build a reputation and 5 minutes to destroy it. Be slow to speak, slower to act. Let's see, has everyone forgotten John said signs? Thank you, Richard. I don't know if I said anything really. Yeah, Josh, I think that's the way I understood it. I'm like, what? All right. Let's go on. Sorry, guys. Oh wait, we're already at conclusion. I thought this was more pages. Okay. Conclusion: because late disclosure is due to excusable neglect. I still don't think that's defined properly. This is one of those moments where I looked over right there, like I can get up and go over there and see if it's in the Black's Law Dictionary. That's one actually. I can't remember. My mom or the White Rabbit got that for me. They're two the same. We all marry our moms. Girls all marry their dads. It's weird. Let's see here. Because late disclosure is due to excusable neglect, because it would be harmless to the plaintiff, and because denying an extension would prejudice the defendants, the court should grant an extension to disclose the defendant's rebuttal expert for 30 days following issuance of a summary judgment decision. And there you go. Defense Preston and Cook by Bruce Matskin. Certificate of service probably served. And yeah. Oh, Exhibit A. What's Exhibit A? Playing with Jeremy Hales by and through the undersigned council and pursuant to Federal Rule Civil Procedure 26A2, hereby makes the following disclosure. Expert witness Diane Peterson, document examiner. This disclosure is based upon the information presented available to Mr. Hales. Thus, Mr. Hales reserves the right to amend and or supplement. When was this? We're going to find out here real quick, aren't we? Disclosure as discovery. And as the investigation continues, the disclosure is made without waiver of any applicable or potentially applicable privilege or work product protection. The disclosure is accompanied by a written report prepared and signed by the witness and statement of the compensation to be paid for the study and testimony in this case. And that's it. So this is all it takes right here. This is who the expert testimony. This is going to be it. Diane Peterson. And that's all they had to do. Instead of this lengthy thing that took 10 days, is just go find an expert. Right? But this is well written. I mean, even if, what did I say? I was like, what was it? Excusable neglect. If I can be completely off base. Maybe what I'm thinking in my head is completely different than what it really is. I'm just flying off the cuff here. But everything else is well written. I didn't see anything misspelled. Run-on sentences are gone. Y'all, we have made Bruce a better attorney. That's what happens when you YouTube something. Sue Scott, thank you so much. Expert, the new bad actor, said today that this is what should have been offered. The way Jeremy Hales, if he refused, would be responsible for costs in Florida if he lost. So it should have been offered that way. Jeremy Hales, if he refused, be responsible for costs in Florida if he lost. Sue, I need to go look that up. I need to go see what happened today. Because this is what I came into. This is my inbox. Now I have more. Okay. So let's see what else. Hang on here. Oh, actually, hang on. Let me do this. Boom. There you go. Now let me go get my stupid thing turned down so low down here because it's white. All right, let's see here. Why would that go away? All right, see here. Amended complaint, motion for extension, disclosure, rebuttal. What's this one? Okay, that's what I just read. And, that's funny. They're both the same. Okay, sorry about that. Right now, let's see what else we got. Okay, that's the one I got. Okay. And then what's this one? Let me see what this is. Hang on a second. Oh, this kind of sucks. And then let's see here. So what's the other one? Don't need the other one. Oh, it's 3 pages. All right, hang on a second. Sorry, guys. Let's see. There's that one. And then I should see. This is what happens. Wrong deal. And it's a certificate of notice. And let's see what this is. Open a browser. Okay, we've read those things before. All right. So then the other thing I've got is that an expert will come up with any conclusion you pay them to. They are there to sway the jury. That's what you're looking for. T for 2. Late fee. Oh my God. Whatever. Hang on a second. You know what, though? I'm hitting that loop button. You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do. Sorry, I gotta let that one go. I was like, what? Okay, I'm reading this. Motion for extension. I have that. Okay, we got that. All right, cool. All right. So that is the main thing to cover is that motion for extension. T. Used to be younger. How you doing? I think he had another attorney. You two are helping write this motion. Maybe someone have been added to the case. Maybe. Yeah. Let's see here. Hang on a second. Hey, Spawn Trooper, what's happening? What's up? Oh, Freckles isn't showing the love. I know. She's that way. Take us all the info on the new idiots on their team. The PR fleas are out. The new criminals in. I don't know who they are. Anyone can email me. It's the expert at email.com. Hales wrote the signs. Why did I cook them out? According to Lynette's testimony, they'd be working together to get. Okay. Here's something. Okay, I want to tell you a story about that. So those of you that know and those of you that don't know, there is a YouTuber by the name of Nick Rekieta. And Nick Rekieta has recently gone through some legal problems unrelated to the story I'm about to tell you. Well, kind of related. He is involved in a defamation lawsuit. Defamation lawsuit comes from a guy named Monograph. Monograph's channel. Monograph is Nick Rekieta said that Monograph was a well-known PDF file. Monograph is like, what are you talking about? I don't know what happened to cause that or whatever else, but the more people were like, Nick, what are you talking about? You know, whatever. The more, hey, Danielle, what's up, babe? Linda Lazier, what's going on? The more Nick dug in. I mean, he got very graphic about it and stuff. There's nothing that ever saying anything about Monograph ever doing that I've ever seen or anyone's ever presented or anything. But I've heard all these rumors. Oh, he's a bad guy. All this stuff that. Then one day, Monograph comes into my chat and he says, "Why do you only have?" Let's see what I was monetized. I think he's like, "Why do you only have like 1,200 subscribers?" You, yeah. He liked my content. He's listening to me, like my content. He sent his channel over and rated. You know how we go over and we raid channels and get through all the hearts and everything? He did that for me. And I got 200 new subscribers in one night. Wow. I mean, dude, that's an amazing thing. He didn't have to do that. And those subscribers, they kept coming back. And none of them were ever anything wrong. Or, it's not like they were running around following and defending a PDF file. So, fast forward, Nick got into a legal entanglement with Monograph. Monograph sued him. And they thought, "Hey, Lisa Hines, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while. Have I just missed everybody? Yankee Bell, what's going on? Boy, I feel like I've missed all you guys. Like, where's everybody been? Have I not been here? Is this not real life?" I had strange thoughts about how the Star Trek teleport machine works. Like, I was thinking to myself, did they cure cancer in Star Trek? Because it seems like you just teleport cancer out of people, right? Just like send it out to space. Let space deal with it. Anyway, I don't know if I've been here or not. Maybe I've been teleported. Crazy Bout of Mercury. What's up? I have all the information from the federal courts. Well, Tug and Megan aren't here though, and Tug and Megan, neither one have a legal education. So you're getting a bonus here on this little squabbly stuff I get. But no, here's the thing. So with Rekieta, he made it was like the way I would describe it, a Hail Mary type defense. He hired an attorney from Las Vegas who was like possibly $1,000 an hour. The guy flew into Minnesota. They appealed a lower court decision. They went to the appeals court. Appeals court said, "There is nothing you have said." Oh, cool, Yankee Bill. It's live. I'm not dreaming. That's awesome. There is nothing you have said that would make so I just read Beast 13. That would make you make what the lower court said incorrect. Remanded back to the lower court. That's when Rekieta, he got on kind of a bender and he was streaming, and next thing you know, he got arrested. Oh, there's problems going on there. But anyway, Monograph still pending, but he hasn't I don't know what's going to happen next there. Well, I'm saying all this to you guys for is like, that's not a cool thing. You don't say people. I mean, who thinks that? What weird person sits there and thinks, "I'm going to write this. I know what I'm going to do." That ass next door won't give me money, so I'm going to tell everybody that he's a PDF file. That is what type of upbringing, what type of background, what type of life do you live that you do not see that as being a horrible, disgusting, sanctionable words to use against somebody else? You know what we do? You know what red-blooded Americans, everyone I've ever talked to has ever said you ought to do to a PDF file? Take them out of the gene pool. A little chlorine is good for the pool. She runs around and says this. That is disgusting. That's disturbingly disgusting. Norma Stevens, yes. Scammers do that. That's why as the internet becomes greater and bigger and we have more interaction with people, we also at the same time all of a sudden start shrinking. Our world starts shrinking. There was a time when I I was kind of shocked. Well, I was doing true crime when I first started, right? And I always say Baker. It's uh, what is it? True crime, box wine, and bed by 9. That's the unofficial saying of the true crime community. So, I do, and all that glitters is gold. Uh, yes, that is very true, JC. I wish she would use them for several other causes that I think she could win a Pulitzer for. Um, she's incredible when she focuses and she has something, a passion. Megan is awesome. The problem with that I'm talking about, it's not a problem, but what I'm saying is that with her, same thing I have, the same thing so many other people have, is that what interests you and what is the, I don't know, the prize winning, I guess, I don't know. Those are different things. And so really the Hales and Otter Creek and stuff, this is small potatoes. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that is huge, huge that she covered. The way she is, the way she talks. I love the way she speaks. When she gets on a roll, it's fabulous. But I'm gonna keep pushing her. I love her. Anyway, yeah, to say that though, to call someone a PDF file, there is nothing worse. And like I said, what type of background do you have to have that you don't care? You think I know what's good? I'm going to sit here and I'm going to call my neighbor. I'm going to call a guy out who happens to have. Let me tell you what. Like there was a while in like the whole like media, social media thing, where like corporations were terrified of being tweeted. Terrified. They didn't understand how it worked. They didn't want to. They just know that if someone started tweeting about bad stuff about them, they would answer. And they answered probably when they shouldn't have been answering. And so you look at somebody like Jeremy, who's got a huge following, a huge channel. Like, how many views has he had? I got a thing today to say, congratulations. I passed like, I don't know, 650,000 views. I mean, gosh, man, that's amazing. I can't believe 650,000 eyeballs. Wait, 1 point. A lot of eyeballs have been looked at me. That's weird. But at the same time, Jeremy's huge in the tubosphere. Not huge. I mean, let's face it, honestly. He's still small. I saw a girl's channel the other day. She had like 1.5 million subscribers, and she hasn't posted anything in 5 months. The last thing she posted was talking about, you'll love this one, Angie. It was the galactic experience of Star Wars. Like they closed down the thing. She said, hey, I spent $5,000 for 2 nights and it sucked. And here's the videos to show you everything. It was so dumb. And those weren't her words. Those are my cliff notes. And the rumor was that Disney came after her. And so she just said, oh, I'm walking away. And she hasn't been back to YouTube. Think about that. 1.5 million people. You think that'd be a huge thing? I don't know how many views she has. Now you could have 1.5 million. I'm getting ready to put out a video about something that I think will be that I started thinking about. I was like, you know what? This could hit the right algorithm in India, right? That's weird, isn't it? India, who knows? Who knows? What next thing you know, what if you come in one day, you have 10,000 subscribers, but they're all from India? They're never coming back to watch you. That would hurt me. I'd hate that. I'd absolutely hate that. So the subs and the views are always different things, but still, Jeremy is big. Look at his views every night. And here's what it is. They think, I'm going to walk around this little wide spot in the road called Otter Creek. I mean, it's the only place in Florida that's not named after a spring or a beach, right? Otter Creek. I didn't even know they had otters in Florida. I never thought about it. She's going to walk around. She'll walk up and down that road and put up signs and think it's not going to matter. And what it's going to do is it's revenge, right? Is that what it is? Is it pride messing with you? Why would you do that? You end up in court. And now we have experts fighting over the schedule of experts and what we're going to have and whatnot. February 5th is going to be very interesting. February 5th is, I believe that's sanction? Is he suing for sanctions? Is that what DUI guy is doing? Or no, it's coming up. That's that's the case where Lynette is suing over using her likeness because she's a public figure and her likeness is worth money to her, or she is such a private figure that her likeness still needs to be private. You know what I learned today? I went to Walmart the other day and I purchased an item, used my credit card, the same credit card that I happened to have signed up when I've like ordered something for pickup or something like that on the app. I didn't give them my name. I didn't do anything. I stuck my credit card in there. I said, run as credit. And I came home. Actually, I didn't come home. Several days later, today, I got a message from Walmart that asked me about the product I got and asked if I'd write a review for it. And I felt gross. I was like, you mean to tell me my credit card, the way I use my credit card is not private between me and my bank? That was weird. I understand that Walmart knows I used a credit card, but the fact that they know what I purchased and then reached out and contacted me about what I purchased, that is weird. But anyway, I don't try to say I'm a private citizen, even though I think that is a part of privacy. I don't think that Walmart should be doing that. I don't think credit card companies should allow that to happen. I don't think the App Store, I think that should be a violation of the terms of the Apple App Store. However, what makes a public person? What makes a private person? What privacy do we expect anymore? And that's what the suit in Otter Creek is in state court, and that's where that's coming up on February 5th. DUI guy will be going to it, and they're calling up witnesses. That's what I was just looking at. That was the other updates I got where, so like Teresa Granger, Brett Granger. Is it Granger or Granger? Dina West, Rex Woods, Travis Willis, and Deputy Sheriff Gregory. You are hereby notified that the undersigned has called up for the following February 5th. The matter is a motion dismissed for failure to state a claim of action. Zoom link is provided. There is. Is there and that is in Tennessee, it's a Rule 12B, it's Federal Rules of Procedures, the Rule 12B6, failures to state a claim for which relief can be granted. Actually, let me just pull this up. Let me share this one instead. There we go. Yes, that's it right there. Notice of hearing. You are hereby notified that the undersigned is called up for the following motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim of action. Zoom link will be provided. Certified on the 17th via the e-filing portal to Stark, the attorney for the defendant, An email registered with the portal. So that'll be February 5th. Oh, yes, there is. There's the trespass case too. But hold on, isn't this one the which was the one about? Oh, excuse me. Yes, I'm sorry. JC Mack. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I apologize. I apologize. Thank you, JC. This is the one about trespassing. This is the trespassing one. The one about I thought that was February 5th too. That's what DUI guy said. She may have two on February 5th. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? The thumbnail suit. Thank you. Norma Stevens has it right. So see, yeah, I told you I depend on y'all. Norma Stevens says the thumbnail suit is at 1 p.m. Trespass 5 is at 2 p.m. That is so crazy, isn't it? Ted, the thumbnail suit was withdrawn February 5th is for sanctions. Thank you, Ted. Thank you. I remember that. Now, yeah, it's for sanctions. By the way, Ted, you know what? Because you make everybody want to have fun. You know what's fun around here? Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. It also gives me a chance to get something to drink. Cool my throat. Appreciate you, Ted. Thank you so much. Now hang on a second here. I want to bring this up. Okay, yes, Shelly. True. Actually, you should understand this better than most. If Jeremy Hill loses, it sets precedent. YouTube will be changed forever. This is very, very true, y'all. This is something that people. This didn't happen a few years ago. Like part of the reason why I wanted to tell you guys about that Ricada case is because that is two cases I know of that are about the exact same thing. Semantics about the same thing, right? The same thing being that they are both about, defamation of character. But think about that. So, like, what if what is defamation of character? What is it where you live? YouTube is a global channel, right? So what if somebody said, this person over here, you can't trust them. They're rotten and no good. And then that person over there says, I'm not rotten and no good. The person over there that said that, they're not only rotten and no good, they're doing this. They're trying to rip you off because they're thieves. And it goes back and forth and back and forth. What happens then? Because we see that all the time on YouTube. That's why I say no drama. My three things are: don't do drama, don't talk about bad about other creators, and 3, don't get involved in fundraising. Don't get involved with the money because people go crazy over that stuff. See, hang on, I just saw something. Ted Wendell, wiggle, 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 thanks. Ted, you rock. By the way, I love that kid smoking cigars. Is that Winston Churchill as a baby? I believe so, right? Mud Dog, please stop singing. People tip him to stop. You're not the first time people have offered me money not to sing. It is bad, and I know it. Hey, Will Burns, how you doing? The truth will set you free. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes I don't say much. Long story. Shelly, you're great. I love you. Yeah, I see Freckles she's talking to somebody and says talking about Child Protective Services. if Jeremy loses, you better believe that's not off the table. So I mean, come on. Again, what type of person sees it as being normal and okay to go out and put up documents saying that this person's a PDF file? Now, remember, when I say this is all hypothetical. I'm not saying that she did it. Okay. There's a lot of talk now that Jeremy did it and said that it just claims she did. Remember, we just read about that? That was in that motion. Oh, man, my head hurts. God, that makes my head hurt. Anyway, I'm sure. Yes. Now, think about that. That's another thing. Okay. I do have to call that out. How weird, like how warped would that have to be a brain for you? We'll use my name. Okay. Donnie Osmond. I am Donnie Osmond. Donnie Osmond. Donnie here. See, I don't even want to say it. I don't want the words coming out of my mouth. But let's say Donnie is like, hey, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my neighbor. I'm going to say that they called me a PDF file, but I'm the one who's going to make it all up. Yes, but federally, we just read that. Remember? Just said that that's what. I mean, they threatened. That's something. Okay, let's go back through. Let me not through this. Let me look at that again. That was a threat. Right? Yeah. Yeah, that was it right there. Hang on. Let me pull that up again so you guys see what I'm reading. Think about this. This bothers me. Bothers me pretty bad. The undersigned offered. Here we go. The undersigned offered to stipulate not to counterclaim in the present case if the plaintiff's counsel would stipulate to the defendant's rebuttal expert beyond the time of the rule. Will you agree not to raise any timelessness issue with our expert disclosure if we agree not to bring a counterclaim against your client based on our expert's conclusion that he wrote the signs? The response from plaintiff's counsel was, my client did not write the signs. He didn't respond further on the issue, nor should he. And here's something. Your attorney cannot speak for you. They cannot say, oh, yeah, I'll guarantee my client won't say that. That is, you better make sure you get your malpractice insurance paid up if you're speaking for your attorney. That's a big one. I didn't think about this. So, no, that's not how it's done at all. Your attorney cannot speak for you. They can speak with you. Like that, you cannot, if you are involved in a suit, okay, your attorney cannot accept a claim. Like if you say, okay, I'm suing somebody for $1 million. They come and say they want to settle for $100,000. The attorney cannot say, okay, we'll take it. And then turn around to their client and say, hey, we sell for $100,000. The client is like, no, he didn't. I'm not selling for $100,000. Okay. So you can't make that decision. I mean, you have counsel there to advise you, to represent you, to represent your interest. But it's what you tell them. They work for you. Remember that. Now, I've been part of where we've fired a client before, but that's because he tried to pay with Amazon gift cards. Yes, that's true. That happened. True story. True story. So, but the undersigned stipulation not to counterclaim. So, the undersigned, being Bruce, said, I will not make a counterclaim on this case if Jeremy will stipulate to the defense rebuttal expert beyond the time rule. No. If Jeremy's attorney would stipulate to the defense rebuttal, asking, will you agree not to raise time on this issue? He doesn't have the authority to do that. This entire thing's moot. I just now realized this. I knew it bothered me, but I couldn't figure out why. So this here, now do you see? Okay, now think about this. This was an hour ago. I read this. And I'm just now getting to that point. It's just now working through my brain. You can't ask this. I mean, you can ask it, obviously, but you can't force this. This is not an enforceable thing. This is moot as soon as it is mentioned. You can't say, hey, will you promise not to counterclaim? Or we will promise. And this is a threat. This is a veiled threat to ask another attorney to do something that's not actionable, to do something they're not allowed to do. Oh, yeah, I got a problem with this now. I want somebody to explain to me how that's not what I just said is not right. And when they explain it to me, I hope they use crayons and they use those fat ones. You know, the big ones for like kindergarten size? They're easier to read. I like that wide rule paper. So, yes, okay. It'll be interesting to see what the judge thinks about this motion. Nemesis, it is in a weird way, right? That's an easy way to understand. Oh, JC Mack, right now they're saying they don't have a expert. Stats, how you doing? Wait, where you go? Where's my thing? A grifter told me never come between a mark and money. That is very true. That is very, very true. Grifter told me never come between a mark and money. A lot of grifters on YouTube. Do you guys ever make macaroni art as a kid? Like kindergarten, first grade, something like that? Macaroni art. We don't have macaroni art nowadays. That seems like it needs to make a comeback. Like that ought to be like, what are you doing on YouTube tonight? Oh, I'm building Legos. Well, I'm doing something cool and fancy to show off my artistic ability. Now, you know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to make some macaroni art. If you made macaroni art, man, I'd automatically subscribe to you. I just think that'd be cool. Oh, wait a second. Younger, are you trying to say that this judge is attractive? What is going on here? What have I have missed so much. Yeah, we can have Discord art. We'll put up a thing. You gotta remind me to put up a thing. Liz Barnes will be in there winning all the time. She's so good. Oh, what's this now? McSteamy. Who is this guy? You guys weren't here when we had the girls in the chat went nuts over the Pennsylvania cop that was in charge of handling Brian Koberger, you know, the Idaho 4 suspect. They saw him, they started calling him Throb Cop. I had to put a picture up of him. It was disgusting. But you know what? I'm a giver, so I did it. Mud Dog. I don't know who y'all are talking about. I keep seeing that. And Abby, the judge is hot. HAWT. Still have my macaroni art from Head Start. Yes, you know what I'm talking about, Yankee Bell. You gonna whip some out, huh? You need to do like a little macaroni art thing. Send it, do a macaroni art and send it in. I'll put it up on I'll do this. I'll be like, hey guys, you know what's really cool? All y'all need to be over here to watch Friday Night Live right there. Hashtag FNL. It's a lifestyle. Yankee Bell. That's awesome. Judge's new AA battery worthy. A lot of judges have gone through Alcoholics Anonymous. See you, Richard. Thank you for coming by. Now, when you say shizzy and huge news, it might be a double innuendo. But thank you for telling me that you prefer them over me. I appreciate that, Lady Tammy. All right, I'll dump y'all over there. I'm not cool. You like the other guys. Remember, Shizzy's a bass player, guitarist. Okay. Tug just lives right over there. I'll send you guys over there. No more love for me. Hang on. How'd I do this? Nope. All right, there we go. Let me go to edit. And I'll go to that. And you go and go to that umbrella guy. There you go, guys. If you hang on 1 second, you can all go over there at one time. It really boosts his numbers and it helps out. I will go check that out. All right, guys. What happened? I have no idea. I know nobody loves me. I know you guys are all, oh, it's the hot thing over there. We got to go over there. Something hot, you know. Remember when I found Shizzy, he was a sex phone operator. So is grandma. So anyway, guys, for those of you that were here for unbiased reasons, I appreciate you. Those that weren't, I love you still because I'm a lover. Make my job easier. I got work to do anyway. So thank you. There's gonna be some member videos coming up. Be coming out. So you start getting notifications. It's new member videos coming out. Love you guys. Deuces.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord